This is Alex Perez with TequilaAficionado.com, and I have the pleasure of being with Hector Barreto with Tributo Tequila or Tributo a mi Padre. Is that right?
That's right. That's the name. Tributo a mi Padre Tequila.
Now, Hector, why don't you tell us a little bit about Tributo? What was the philosophy behind it? How did you start it? What was the idea?
Sure. Well, it's really an honor to my father. My father was Hector Barreto Sr., which was the founder of the U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. And he was an internationally known business leader both in Mexico and the United States. And his dream was to make his own tequila. He's actually from Guadalajara, Jalisco. And so that's probably the dream of every little Mexican boy growing up. And after he was successful in the United States, he went back to Mexico, bought a ranch in the Tequila Valley, and started planting his own agave in the hopes that he would have his own tequila. Unfortunately, my father passed away a few years ago, and he didn't live to see his dream come true. So I decided to finish it for him, and that's where the name Tribute to my father came from, Tributo a mi Padre.
Beautiful. So he had never actually made the tequila.
He had not. He had many friends in the tequila business. He was very good friends with Don Julio and many others. But he loved tequila, and he was an aficionado in his own right. But he never had the opportunity to actually see it become a reality.
So you have so many acres of agaves, I imagine, ripe, ready to be made into tequila.
Right. Well, we have a 1,200-acre ranch in the Valley of Tequila, Tequila Valley. And we use some of that property, not all of it, but we use some of that property for our own planting needs. And this was our first harvest, and it came out great, and we're very happy with it.
Beautiful. So would you consider yourselves, I guess we call it small batch?
It really is. It is a small batch producer, high quality tequila, and we have incredible partners in Mexico, and we have a lot of capacity and the ability to produce as much as we need to. But the first shipment, we wanted to make sure that it was right and high quality and something that was really going to meet the prestige that we were really looking for.
Now, how long has this been out in the market?
It's just been released. It's only been out for a couple of weeks, and we've gotten really good response so far, and we're really excited about the possibilities.
So this is really your baby.
It really is.
It's a baby.
It's a brand new baby, but we look forward to growing into a very mature, healthy, prosperous adult.
Beautiful. Do you mind us tasting it?
Please, let's do it.
Let's taste. You want to start with the Blanco first?
Absolutely.
Let's see. You want to pour us? We're using Riedel, of course.
Great.
Now, did you actually get a chance to choose the flavor profiles that you wanted? Did you experiment with the different tequilas?
You know, we were really fortunate. The first batch of the piñas came out really, really good. I mean, they were very large piñas. You're talking about piñas that were probably around 45 to 55 kilos each. And so they had a lot of sweetness to them, a lot of sugar in them. So, you know, what you're tasting is the natural product right from our ranch.
10 years, 10 years? How many years?
Yeah, the agaves were in the ground a little over 7 years, 7 to 8 years.
Very good. It's got a beautiful color to it. I can smell the roasted agave in there. It's very nice. I imagine you love your own product.
I'm not objective about my own product, but I'm much more interested in what other people have to say about it. And so far, the response has been very good.
Yeah, I can really smell the really ripe roasted agave in there. It's a little taste. It's got a really nice mouthfeel to it. It goes down really nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hot. It's just right. It's got a
very
nice balance
very
to it.
smooth. We were fortunate. We were recently in a competition, a sipping competition, and of 40 tequilas, we got the platinum award. So right out the box, we were pretty pleased that we were able to rate so high.
Very good. It's got a nice little long finish to it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. Now, obviously, if you've got a good Blanco, you generally have a good reposado and a good añejo. Let's try.
Absolutely.
Your reposado if we can. I hate to do that.
I think you're going to like the reposado. It's one of my favorites.
A real nice light straw color to it. Got some really nice tears too. I noticed that in the Blanco. I assume you're not adding glycerin to it.
Absolutely not. No. This is a natural
It
product.
doesn't look like you have. It's got a beautiful color to it. It's a really light wood to it. What type of barrels are you guys using?
Those are white oak barrels, Kentucky white oak barrels, and it's the reposado was in there for 7 months.
Kentucky, so bean barrels, maybe?
I'm not sure. They're
just hints of vanilla. Getting some nuts in there too. It's really sweet to me on the palate.
goes down really smooth.
Lots of vanilla. Very good. What's your favorite? Blanco?
I'm not usually a Blanco drinker, but I love our Blanco. I think it's very smooth. But so far, the reposado to me is just very special. It's very, very nice.
It is. It's actually it's outstanding. It's very good.
It's kind of like you get the best of both worlds with this one. It's smooth, but you retain the agave taste. Obviously, it's so important. But it is also smooth, and you get some of those characteristics that are known from the añejamiento.
Yeah, because you do have the agave. You can still smell the roasted agave coming through, even though it's been aged.
Mm-hmm.
How many months is it in the age?
This is seven months in the barrel. Yep.
It's very good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, I'll join you in the añejo.
Let's try the añejo. This one.
It's interesting. What I'm learning when we're sampling people is that people really, especially folks that like tequila, they already have kind of a preconceived idea of what the Blanco should taste like, what the Reposado should taste like, what the Añejo should taste like. Oftentimes when they're tasting this, they're surprised for whatever reason. And there's certain people that only like Blancos, and there's some people that only like Añejos. We had an opportunity at our kickoff event. We sampled 1,500 people, and it was just really interesting to get some of the feedback that we were getting from them. One thing that surprised me is how many women really like the Blanco, because oftentimes when women drink Blanco, it may be too strong for them, or it doesn't go down smooth enough for them. But the women really like the Blanco.
Excellent. Now, I noticed in the color it's just slightly darker than your Reposado.
Yeah. This is in the barrel for almost 2 years. This is almost a 2-year aging in those oak barrels, and it came out very good, very interesting, especially for those that like their añejo.
Wow. It's got a beautiful nose. Very nutty to me.
Mm-hmm.
Almost a lot of vanilla in there. Nutty. I just can't place the nut. There's macadamia nut, pecan. Makes you feel like wanting to bite into something.
A dessert.
A dessert. There you go. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
I didn't bring any dessert with me. I just brought the Tributo.
Lots of vanilla in it. I love vanilla.
Yeah.
Some don't like too much vanilla in there, but I enjoy it.
And you get a lot of the different. Everybody has different palate and different tastes, but I mean you really get that woody and like I said, the nuts. Some people tell us that there's almost like a little bit of a vegetable quality to it, but it's very sweet, very smooth, and goes down really nice.
I get almost like maybe like a coconut in there. Very nice.
So you see the difference between the reposado at 7 months, the añejo at 2 years.
It's very good. Same type of barrel.
Yep.
Very, very nice.
Thank you, Alex. That means a lot coming from you because.
Well, I am a student of the agave, so, but this is a beautiful añejo.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
And you know what? It's full of structure, and yet it is very delicate.
Mm-hmm.
Very delicate on the nose, very delicate on the palate, which is sometimes unusual in añejo.
It is. I mean, I don't know about you, but sometimes I'm always surprised by how sometimes it'll come in very smooth, but it doesn't necessarily go down smooth, or vice versa. Sometimes it comes in strong and then it goes down smoother. So this I think has a really good balance.
I think that's the perfect word. It's got a great balance to it. Very, very good. So you are just now in California?
We are, but we already have gotten inquiries from distributors across the country that are interested. My family's originally from the Midwest. I lived for a while in Texas. I've lived on the East Coast, and in all of those areas, we have a network of folks that kind of follow what we're doing, and a lot of those folks knew my father as well. So we're getting a lot of demand, to hurry up and broaden the footprint, if you will. But obviously, Southern California and California is the primary market for us right now.
So you better be ready then.
Well, we are ready.
Yeah, Southern California is the hotbed of tequila, and I think it's going to be very well received.
I appreciate that very much, Alex.
What's your next plan after California? Do you have other states that you're targeting?
Well, I mean, we are, and again, we want to do it very strategically. Obviously, Nevada is another important state for us. Anything in the Southwest, this is a product that is also something that we spent a lot of time in making sure that it would be well received by the Hispanic community. So it has to be something that is not only a high quality product, but authentic, that has a heritage to it. And so, this is going to be available for, all markets, but we have a particular interest in this growing Hispanic market, and especially the Hispanic business market. And so the Southwest is going to be very important to us. In a couple of weeks, we're taking a trip to New York and New Jersey, where we're going to be seeing some distributors and some folks that are interested in helping us with the brand. The Midwest as well is an important market, Texas, and as I said, the Southwest. So, eventually we will be in every major Hispanic market in the United States, but as a brand new tequila that's just launching, critically important for us to really get a strong start in our home base, which is Southern California.
Excellent. Now, Hector, very important too is what you're doing aside from Tributo a Mi Padre, which is the Spanish or Latino coalition.
Sure.
I'm sure that's a big thing that will also influence how Tributo is laid out.
It really
in the
is.
marketplace.
That's a labor of love. The Latino Coalition, I'm the chairman of the Latino Coalition, is a national organization. It's a membership organization that represents 1.2 million Hispanic business owners. We also have about 40 large Hispanic organizations that are part of that network. And as you well know, this Hispanic business market is the fastest growing part of the small business community. We believe there are 3 million Hispanic businesses in the United States. Those numbers are doubling every 5 years, so there could be 12 million Hispanic businesses within 10 years. Those businesses are not all small businesses. The total revenues of that marketplace right now are over $400 billion. And so what we do is we work with those businesses, help them access tools that they need, not just to start their business, but to grow it over the long term. So we help them access capital, capacity, contracts. We help them control their costs. So it's been a great opportunity, and I've lived my whole life in the small business community. As I said, my father was the founder of U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, which is the group that represents the interests of all 3 million of them. I was the vice chair before I went back to Washington to run the Small Business Administration. So I'm the second longest serving SBA administrator in U.S. history. So small business is part of my DNA. It's part of my blood, and the Hispanic community obviously is something that's very special and near and dear to my heart as well.
Excellent. Well, Hector, I wish you the best with Tributo a Mi Padre.
Thank you.
I think it's a labor of love, and I think you will be very successful with this.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Keep track of us. I'd love to come back and keep you posted on our progress. And I invite you to also visit us at tributotequila.com, and you'll get all the updates and all the news of what we're doing and how it's growing. So thank you so much, Alex. And
Thank
thank
you.
you for what you're doing with Tequila Aficionado. It's a great service to many of us, and we appreciate what you do.
Thank you. We got a good crew working with us, and we're going to continue to do it. Thanks to people like yourself.
Thanks a lot, Alex. Congratulations.
Thanks. Thank you. You've been listening to Alex Perez and Hector Barreto from Tributo Mi Padre or Tributo Tequila, and look for it out in the marketplace. Thank you.
Thank you.